In this video, you'll see how to automate backups for AWS Service Catalog products using AWS Backup. With this solution, you can standardize resource provisioning with tags to ensure compliance with backup policies, select specific resources for backup, and enable self-service. To get started, let's navigate to Service Catalog as an administrator. For this example, we'll use a Service Catalog portfolio that contains reference architecture products for Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, or Amazon EC2, which was obtained from the Getting Started library, available in the Service Catalog console. Although we'll be using an EC2 portfolio as our example, you can enable automatic backups for a number of different AWS services. As you can see, we have several products in this portfolio. To begin setting up backups for the services in this portfolio, we need to make sure we have a backup plan in place. To set this up, let's go to AWS Backup. Here, you can see ongoing and completed backup and restore jobs in your account. Backup plans can also be enforced on an organizational scale using the options in the left navigation pane. For the purposes of this example, we'll create a new backup plan that will only apply to users in our account. Backup plans can be created from a pre-existing template, configured using the wizard, or built using JSON. We'll use a template that performs backups daily and retains data for 35 days before deletion. The default backup rule specifies a daily backup schedule for any resources it targets based on their tags. Tags specified here help organize and track your backup plan. Let's create the plan. We are now ready to assign resources to protect with our backup. We'll target resources that have the tag backup equals daily. Note that tags are case sensitive. For the purposes of this demo, we've gone ahead and created weekly and monthly backup plans as well. Let's review the daily backup plan we created. Here, you can see the backup rule that was predefined by the backup plan template, and the resource assignment we created earlier, which has its own IAM role. Let's look at the backup rule. Here you can see a summary of the rule, including its frequency, start and completion parameters, and life cycle. This rule specifies a default backup vault for restore jobs and encrypts the backup data using a KMS encryption key. Now let's return to Service Catalog to associate our resource assignments with our Service Catalog portfolio. To make sure that each resource provisioned is tagged for backups, we'll create tag options in Service Catalog specific for backups that occur daily, weekly, and monthly. Now let's go to the portfolio. Let's enable the provisioning of resources in this portfolio through self-service. To do this, we'll ensure that any groups, roles, or users we want to be able to provision products are associated with the portfolio. For the purposes of this example, a developers group has already been added. Now, let's associate our three tag options. This will make it a requirement that backup tags are selected during provisioning to associate resources to the correct backup plan. With this feature, you don't have to rely on dev teams remembering this step, as it is enforced through Service Catalog. Now, whenever a Service Catalog user provisions a product from this portfolio, they must specify one of the three tag option values corresponding to the backup plans we defined. Let's switch to the perspective of a developer and provision an Amazon EC2 Linux instance from Service Catalog. Three tags are required to provision the instance. The first tag corresponds to the backup plan. We'll specify the daily backups tag for our EC2 instance. The other two tags were predefined in the Service Catalog reference architecture as well. Let's launch the product. After a few minutes, the provisioning is finished successfully. Now let's switch back to the administrator's view to look at the job status. We can see that the backup job is running for the EC2 instance we just provisioned. Later, we can see that the backup job is complete and view its details, including its backup size and creation and completion date. You've just seen how to automate backups for AWS Service Catalog products using AWS Backup. Thanks for watching. Now it's your turn to try.